if you close your eyes, even if you tell a child, even if you give that same principle to anybody, the person will arrive at his destination. Now, the advantage you have is this. By privilege, by grace, I have earned this kind of income consistently. By privilege, by grace, I have seen this kind of income. So, it's easier. They say, when you know where you are going, your journey is shorter, right? But when you have somebody to take you there, you arrive there faster. It becomes faster. So what took me 10 years should not take you 10 years. All I need to do is tell you, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. It becomes easier for you when you have somebody to be your guide. And because of Pastor, I am willing to be your guide on this journey. I thought I'm going to get a clap. Okay, for starters, 1 million naira is not a lot of money. How many of us know that 1 million naira is not a lot of money? There are some places in town now that to pay rent is not even a single room is not 1 million naira. Right? So 1 million naira is not a lot of money. We can say it's a lot of money, but 1 million naira is just about a little over $1,000 because dollar is now about 770. So 1 million naira is just about $1,200. Right? So, but it's not a lot of money. But when you think of Africa, when you begin to consider that in Africa, 70% of the population earn less than $2 a day, which is $60 in a month. Then you compare $60 to $1,000, then you know that 1 million naira is a lot of money, isn't it? I mean, if you begin to earn 1 million naira now, what difference will it make in your life? A whole lot of difference. You will see life differently. Some of the things we pray for, some of the things we fast for are not necessary. It's because we don't have money. If you have money, those things become easier. Life becomes easier when you have money. So, the advantage is this. You have the leverage of the internet. The internet has made everything easier for all of us. Whether you are 60 years old, you are 70 years old, or you are 16 years old, you can achieve the same result if you follow the same steps. Question is this. Would you like to earn $1 million monthly? How many of us would like to earn $1 million monthly? Okay, just a few of us. Okay, I want to talk to only those people that want to earn $1 million monthly. All right. Question is this: what would it take you to achieve your? Is it working? Is that the one we're using? That's the one we're using. Okay, please let me go to the order, please. I'll be working around so that at least you can take the class faster. What would you like to achieve your income targets without all the struggles that comes with it? If you have the right skill set, okay, I'll be signaling you. If you have the right skill set and the right mindset, you can earn it. The right skill set and the right mindset, you can achieve your goal. Next, please. And you don't need a university degree to do it, like I said earlier. You don't even need years of experience to do it. You can do it even from your village, as long as your village has internet. Shall we have gone to the village and we receive WhatsApp message. We receive text message. We go to our Google, we can check something. If you can do that in your village, then you can earn $1 million from your village. People are already doing it. So, think about it. If I've spent 10 years learning something, please change the slide. I've talked about this already. If you are, okay, and you don't need, okay, move forward. Okay, so who am I? Do I still need to introduce myself? Okay, let me do a little introduction. Please, go ahead. My name is Seto Inoue. I'm an author, I'm a coach, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm popularly called the Godfather, and there's a reason for that. I won't explain that now. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a citizen. Those are my hashtags. I'm the founder and president of Seto Inoue Wealthiers Limited. I'm also the founder of SoRepublic.com Limited. As a consultant and trainer, I have worked for government projects, agencies, high net worth individuals. I work with how many of us know the INAIRA project? INAIRA, yeah. I worked with yes sir. I worked with the INAIRA project some years ago. In terms of their branding, in terms of their presentation, in terms of their web presence. Anyone that plug phone at the back there should count. Okay, please, they say if you plug your phone at the back, please go and pick your phone. If you know your phone is at the back and it's charging, please pick it up. Okay, I've worked with the CBN Senef project, online project. CBN Senef is an online education platform created by the CBN to educate economists in Nigeria. When they were going to set it up, I was part of the team that did the online work in terms of building the online portal. I still have back-end access to that portal right now, of course, but I can't open it here because there are some agreements that you will sign before you be part of that project. I work with the Defense Reference Laboratory. I've worked with Rotary International, Michael Motor Shop, Foundation, like Motor Government Foundation, Lukaku, Abokaku. I've trained Unity Bank. Last year alone, I trained Unity Bank staff 4 times. And what were they talking? What was the training about? Digital marketing. What I'm going to be training you on, basically, 4 times. Digital marketing. All of their staff, nationwide. I've worked with Service King Nigeria. I've been featured in national dailies. I've been featured in the Business Day, the Nigerian Tribune, and in the Punch newspapers, and a whole lot more. I love sport bike. This is my hobby. So when you begin to earn $1 million a month, maybe you might want to get one of these if you love speed. I love speed. This is my hobby. So I'm in a position to be your guide. I'm only saying all of this so that you can understand where I am coming from. But I am not strange. I'm not special. I'm not better than you. You all have the skill and the ability to do the same thing. So please, I want you to do me a favor. Search for Seto Iloye on Facebook and click the follow button. I think I have about 10,000 followers right now. But please just search for me on Facebook and follow me. You will get a lot of valuable information. Every day you open that page, there's something valuable being posted. So, there are 2 things you need, like I said. You need a $1 million mindset, and you need a $1 million skill set. The mindset is fundamental. You need it. Without it, you are not going anywhere. The next slide, please. And I said this earlier, Philemon 1:14. Without your mind, will I do nothing. That the benefit should not be as it were of necessity, but willingly. Without your mind, God cannot help you. Even in the Bible, it says, open your mouth wide and I will fill it. Isn't it? So, the wider you open your mouth, the more it becomes filled. So, if you say, I want 1 million, God can fill it with 1 million. If you say, I want 100,000, God can fill it with 100,000. If you say, I want 10,000, God can fill it with 100,000. If you say, I want $1 billion, God can put $1 billion naira there. It all depends on who? On you. So, check yourself. What kind of income comes to you easily? If it is 1,000 naira that readily comes to you, maybe if you need money, and the easiest money you can find is 1,000 naira, that is your level. That is the level of your mind. That is the level of your mind. I'm not saying this to harass us, to embarrass us. I'm saying this to make us think and to make us push ourselves. So, why don't you move from 1,000 to 10,000? Why don't you move from 10,000 to 100,000? Why don't you move from 100,000 to 1 million? When you get to that point, you realize that 1 million will begin to come to you more readily. It's a law of nature. So, part 1, we are going to be looking at part 1, the mindset. The 1 million naira mindset. If your target, now I want you to look at the words that are marked in blue and the words that are marked in black. Those words that are marked in blue are very, very important. I'm going to be focusing on them. Now we want to talk about the mindset that you need to earn $1 million monthly. That's part 1. Next week, we are going to talk about the skill sets that will make you earn $1 million monthly. So this class is about the mindset. Now, the first thing you need, if your target, underline the word target. If your target is to earn $1 million monthly in this digital space, there are 3 core things you need. Number 1, the framework that guides you to earn a target of $1 million monthly. What do I mean by framework? If you look at this building, there's a framework, right? There are pillars everywhere around this building. There's no pillar in the middle so that everybody can see the pulpit, right? There's a framework upon which this building was built. There's a foundation upon which this building was built, right? Now, can you build this building on the foundation of a 1-bedroom flat? Is it possible? No. You will destroy the foundation. In fact, you bring down the building in 1 day. It's like pouring new wine into old wine bottle. So if you have a mindset of 10,000 naira and somebody is telling you that you can earn $1 million naira, it won't work. It won't sink in. It won't sink in. You feel like it's not possible. You feel like it's gibberish. But it's possible. It's possible. So the framework upon which to earn $1 million naira as your target. I'm going to explain each of these words, targets. Now, you need to rewire your mind to set the goal that will help you achieve your target. Underline the word rewire, goal, target. And why am I saying these things? Earlier on when we started, I used the word old. I said how many of us understand that the word old also means outdated? You remember? You remember? Now, the reason why I'm saying that is this. The word target, the word goal, and the word resources, they are very, very important to your mindset. And I'm going to show us as we go forward. You will see that maybe tonight, some of us will discover that we have been using those words wrongly. And the truth is this: if you use a word wrongly, if you don't understand the depth of a word, the meaning of a word, your application of that word will be useless. When I said the word old, and those professors, my mentor said the word old to those professors, because of their understanding of the word old, their wrong understanding of the word old, what did they do? They stood up and they were about leaving the class. So the application of the word old was wrong. But when they got to understand that the word old also means outdated, out of use, of no importance, of no value, their understanding and their application of that word old changed. And they changed their action. Right? They changed their action, right? So, if you understand the word target, if you understand the word goal, if you understand the word framework from tonight, your actions will change. That's the mindset change you are going to experience tonight. Next slide, please. So, what I'm going to be teaching you based on mindset is based on this framework. The framework, the goal system, and the resources. The framework, which is what your 1 million naira is going to be built upon. The goal system, and then the resources to get it to happen. So, here's my story. Why am I sharing my story always? I want to share my story to inspire you. I want to share my story to make you know that you can also do it. I want to share my story to make you know that, oh, it's also possible for me to get it done. There was a time I was living in Karikot Estate here, on Abacha Road. That was when I met our daddy. Very fantastic man, very helpful to me in terms of growing me up spiritually. So there was a time, but there was a time I said no. Because I discovered that getting contracts based on the thing I was doing then in town, when my work is basically in town, whenever I go to town, and they say, okay, hey, where are you living? Can you come in the next 15 minutes? I'll be like, no. There's no way I'll make it in the next 15 minutes because I know that by the time I hit Abacha Junction, before I get to town, I can even spend 2 hours, and then I lose the job. So one day I sat down and I told myself, I said, look, what does it even take to live in town, Seth? It was a mindset change. What does it even take? And it wasn't convenient to move to town. It wasn't convenient, but I did it, and everything changed. Because, you see, environment is stronger than willpower. Write it down. Environment is stronger than willpower. You can have the willpower that I do to be a smoker. But if you live in the environment of people that smoke, you will smoke, whether you like it or not. So, environment is stronger than what? Willpower. Saul prophesied because he was in the midst of what? Prophets. Saul was not a prophet. But because he was in the midst of prophets, his environment changed. It became what? He started prophesying. So, environment is very important. Okay, during my NYSC days in Abakaleke, Ebonyi State, that's me there in my NYSC uniform. I started a business called Thrifty Endless Nigeria. It was a recharge card business. My goal was, how do I sell recharge card to a million people every month, every week? So if I earn 1 naira, my goal was, how can I earn 1 naira from 1 million people every week? So if I sell recharge card to a million people every week, I'll earn 1 naira from them. That was the foundation. That was the framework of that idea. So I came up with an idea while I was serving. Normally, as a copper, maybe these days they allow you to do business. But as a copper back then, the NYSC rule, you are not allowed to do business. You are allowed to just work where you are posted to and serve for 1 year. But of course, I broke that rule because I was like, there's no way I'll just be here and be doing nothing and going to office and coming back. So I started the business. At some point, I was employing 6 core members, 6 other core members. I was paying them salary monthly, and then I gave them accommodation as well, paying their rent. But NYSC didn't know. Of course, it was illegal then. So when I was doing that, I said, okay, how do I sell to a million people every week? It means that I must be able to reach them on the go, because you don't expect a million people to come to your office. How? How possible is that? Do you understand? So I created a system of reaching them on the go. That system said, if you come and buy airtime from me, instead of you to buy at 1,000 naira, for example, I'm going to sell it to you at 950. Do you understand? I'm going to give you a discount of 5% on every airtime you buy from me. That was one. But not just that. That 5%, I'm not going to give it to you right now. Because if I give it to you right now, it doesn't make any difference. 15 naira does not make any difference. 5 naira does not make any difference. But if I put that 5 naira, 10 naira, 15 naira into a bank account in your name, and I fix that money for 1 year, imagine how many recharge cards you buy within 1 year, and you're not getting anything. But I begin to put that money in a fixed deposit account at 10% interest per year. You see that money, that is an accountant, so you begin to understand what I'm talking about. If it's 500 naira you saved, by the end of the first year, you have 550 naira. By the end of the second year, it continues to climb. By the end of 10 years, by the time I did the calculation based on my structure, from your recharge card alone, you can be a millionaire. You can be earning 10 million naira annually from your recharge card that you have consumed alone, if that system is implemented. So I started that system, I started marketing. Within the first 1 month, we got over 1,000 people signed up. That made me a millionaire basically in Abakaliki. Because they were signing up with the sum of 3,560 naira back then. That was the sign-up fee for you to get access. And we sold over 1,000 within the first month. So, but the issue is this. I needed to be able to meet them on the go. You know, now you can buy a recharge card from your bank. You can do VTU. You can do, those things did not exist in 2008 when I was serving. They did not exist. Even the banks were not selling recharge cards online. So I was a pioneer. So what did I do in order to solve this? To get people to be able to buy recharge cards on their phone. I went to MTN. MTN said, bring 200 million. I went to Etisalat. They said, bring 200 million. And then Glow, 200 million. And I didn't have 200 million. That's 600 million. And then the banks that had the money, they were like, no. The only way we can fund this thing is if we take 99% and you take 1%. You know the mistake I made? I should have accepted. I should have accepted. Because look, 1% of something very big, is better than 100% of nothing. 1% of something is better than what? 100% of nothing. But I was a young guy. I felt, how can I? It's my idea. It's my everything. I'm the one that will do the work. You people just sit down and take 99%. I'll take 1%. Do you know InterSwitch? How many of us know InterSwitch? InterSwitch, yes. Any ATM card you are using in Nigeria, all the ATM cards, MasterCard, Visa card, Valve, they are from InterSwitch. Any ATM card you use in Nigeria. In fact, any banking connection, anytime you connect to your bank online, InterSwitch is involved. It was founded by one Edo man, Alegbe or something like that. That's his name. It was founded, but do you know he owns just 1% of InterSwitch. In fact, 1.2% of InterSwitch. The Nigerian banks, they own the rest. And this man I'm talking about is a billionaire in dollars today. Do you know why? How many transactions do you think we do in a day? We do billions of transactions every blessed day. So he earns 1% of that transaction. Now, 1 naira from 1 billion, how much is that? 1 naira in 1 billion places is 1 billion naira. He doesn't need to work for the rest of his life. His kids don't need to work. But look at today, VTU is everywhere. You can buy airtime on your bank right now. Imagine if I didn't throw away that opportunity. Do you understand me? So, what am I driving at? Please, the next line. The business basically died because I could not reach my customers on the go. They want to buy airtime. Do they have to come to the office? They will enter bike and come to the office just because they want to save 15 naira. It doesn't work. So I need to be able to reach them on the go. And I can't reach them on the go because I can't build these systems. I don't have the money to fund it. And basically, that killed the business. So I was depressed. After service, after staying back for like 1 year, I was depressed. I was angry. I was mad. And then I relocated to Abuja. Okay, these were some of my staff. All these people were older than me. Those 4 menus, they were older. That's me on suit. These were some of my executives, my staff members. Please continue. Okay, these were some of our sheets that we use in recording our monthly income. That's our office back then, Abakaliki. That's number 4 Awolowo Street. Okay, so to solve the problem, we needed to be online. That's what I just explained. Please move the slide so that we can move faster. We need to be able to have an application, an app, that will be on people's phone, that will be connected to the banks and connected to the telecom companies. But the money to build it was not there. So it led to frustration. For many months, I was mentally down until I came to my senses one day. I said, look, I have to drop my excuses. I need to find somebody who is doing something that I can follow and just copy him verbatim. How many of us know Bishop David Oyedepo? We all know Bishop David Oyedepo, right? How many of us have heard of Pastor Kenneth Hagin? We have heard of Pastor Kenneth Hagin. Pastor Kenneth Hagin is the mentor of Bishop Oyedepo. Now, you have heard of Living Faith Church, right? You think Living Faith Church, the name Living Faith Church is the idea of Bishop Oyedepo, right? No. There's a Living Faith Church in the US. And the pastor of that Living Faith Church in the US is Kenneth Hagin. In fact, Kenneth Hagin's ministry was called Living Faith Church, Living Faith Ministries. Kenneth Hagin's ministries, Living Faith Church. What did Oyedepo do? Oyedepo just copied him verbatim. You are my mentor. I can use your name. Use your name in America. I'll use your name in Nigeria. That's it. Every book, Bishop Oyedepo once said that every book that he has written, if you go to Kenneth Hagin's ministry, you will see the copy of that book in Kenneth Hagin's ministry. What am I trying to say? Look, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to create anything special. Copy what is already working. Find somebody that knows the road. Find who knows road. Follow the person. Life becomes what? Easier. If Dangote tells you that, come, follow me. Let's go. Let's do like this. Let's do like this. Will you argue with him? But if you follow Dangote, you know what the implication would be for you, right? So find a mentor. So I decided to find a mentor, the previous slide. I decided to find a mentor to guide me. Because I said, look, this thing that brought me down back then, which is the ability to design stuff online. I couldn't pay a programmer. I need to get to the root of it. So who is going to teach me? So I decided to find somebody who is going to teach me, who is going to be my guide. The previous slide. I decided to commit to a massive action plan. Please, not the word. Massive action plan. Commit to a massive action plan. And I decided to stay committed till it works. I decided to do 3 things. Find a mentor. Number 2, commit to a massive action plan. And I said, I'm going to stay here till it works. It's either it works or it works. If you don't, I'm not going to live here till it works. A lot of times, when we start projects and they don't work immediately, a lot of us give up. We say, this thing is too hard. This thing is too difficult. In reality, nothing is too difficult. We are the only ones that are not prepared to commit ourselves to it. Nothing is difficult. Nothing is hard. If you talk to a doctor now, a doctor will tell you that, I can't be an engineer. Engineering is too difficult. But to an engineer will say it's very easy. But the engineer cannot be a doctor. He will say medicine is too difficult. Nothing is too difficult. We are just not prepared to learn. So let's move. So I found this guy. If you go on Facebook, you will see him. His name is Ifyok Nkem. Ifyok Nkem. He has relocated to Canada now with his family. Big boy. He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. I'm older than him. He's a billionaire. So this guy, funny enough, he was a medical student. He was studying medicine at the University of Port Harcourt back then. But he was not really interested in medicine. He was interested in the digital space. He's one of the pioneers of the digital space in Nigeria. He was teaching people how to build websites. So he will record himself building a website, put it on a DVD. Back then we had DVD, right? And then he was selling those DVDs for 10,000 naira. So if you want to learn how to build a website, you buy his DVD, you watch, and then if you have any problem, you call him. So I had to take a step of faith. I've not met him before. I only saw his something online. His advert online. He said, transfer the money to my account. I will send you the DVD. So I transferred the money. I got the DVD, thankfully, and then I learned. And then the first week, next slide. Within the first week, I paid 10,000 naira. Back then it was $67. If you look at the dollar rate of 2010, that's about 50,000 naira today. That's what I paid for the DVD. But 3 weeks later, I built my own first website, setoyiloye.com. It's still active till today. Here's the next slide. Setoyiloye.com. No, you're both. Go back. Yeah. So I built my first website within 3 weeks. Because all I did was, if he says, do this, I'll do it. Press this, I'll press it. Press this, I'll press that. I didn't know anything about websites at all until that time. And why am I telling you this? As long as you can read, as long as you can open your phone, as long as you have a system, as long as you can follow step-by-step instructions, you can also build websites. You can build websites. I'm telling you, in the next 1 month, maybe some of us will be building websites for people who are in Canada. Now, but that's not the end. So after I built my first website, some of my friends, I was so eager because, the skill to build website was not popular in Nigeria that time, 2010. So I started telling my friends, look, go and check, I have a website. I have a website. Then it was a thing of pride to say you have a website. How many organizations in Nigeria had websites back in 2010? Very few. So when you as an individual now say, I have a website, people will look at you like, how come? So one of my friends saw the website and he was like, look, are you the one that did this? I said, yes. And he said, okay, there's somebody who wants to do a website. He's my friend. He has been looking for somebody to do a website for him for a long time, but has found nobody. I said, connect me with the person. When he connected me, my first income from website making, 2010, was 120,000. Back then, $1 was 117 naira. So I made over $1,000 from my first job. How much did I invest? 10,000 naira to learn how to build websites. Do you understand? So I was so excited. Please move on. In 10 simple steps, I learned 10 simple steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, up to step 10. I learned how to build a website. I was amazed because I had no prior experience. All that was needed was to use they call it a content management system. And that's what I used. And I still build websites till tomorrow. You can move forward, please. So, but since then, I've gone ahead to build thousands of websites. I've built a lot of websites. When I was invited to take part in the iNaira project, it was basically websites. This same skill, website development. Back then, if you go to the iNaira website, there are these people that took pictures and their pictures are there. When people look at this picture, one day I was, I think it was Emmanuel, is one of my team members. One day I was telling that, do you remember this guy? He said, no. He said, you don't know him because I'm the one that brought this guy, these people that took these pictures on this iNaira platform. So when people, say, this man, there's a particular man on that website that looks so old, has white beard. People will know, nobody knows that he's in his 30s. So, when people see him, they'll be like, say, don't worry, I'll show you that man one day. I'm able to brag because I have a skill. And that skill, you can also have seen. So, please move forward. But something changed. Please move back. There's something I want to talk about before getting. Move back. Move back again. Okay, move forward, move forward. Forward again. Okay, so after I was so excited. I was so excited. I flexed the money basically. But then the next income was very difficult to come by, and I'll explain. So the first thing you need to know now is there's a framework that makes things work, right? There's a framework that for this building. There's a framework for a car. There's a framework to become a doctor. There's a framework to become a web designer. There's a framework to earn $1 million monthly, right? So 90% of what you need is the framework, the mindset of what works. And that's what we're here. That's what we're going to be doing in this class. In this class, we're not going to learn web design. No. We're going to learn the framework that helps you earn income. And on that framework, we are going to place web design as a skill. Next slide. So I'm going to be talking about the Godfather Digital Framework. Everything rises and falls on frameworks. The first question people always ask me is, what in the world is the Godfather Framework? And how do I actually need a framework? The reason why you are seeing this slide, I've taught these slides to some banks too. Same slides. Move forward. To help you understand the Godfather Digital Marketing Framework, I'm going to share with you the second part of my story. Earlier on, I said this mindset thing is based on 3 things. I said framework, I said targets, I said goals, right? Do we remember? It's not something in space. It's not something you have to believe and aspire to aspire. No. It's something you can set. So I'm going to explain the first part, which is the framework. Now, what is the framework and why the framework? After the first job of 120,000 naira back then, to get the second job was very difficult. I couldn't find the second job. I had blown the money. When you see such big money, all of a sudden, I blew the money basically, and I was waiting for the second job. But it didn't come for many months. Slide, please. So I then knew that I then had to tell myself that, look, there's something that I need to be doing to ensure that customers are coming to me instead of me looking for customers. Do you understand? There's something I need to do, even though I have this skill. That is why it's possible for you to learn how to make puff-puff. It's possible for you to go and learn how to do zobo, but you don't have customers. Without customers, you don't have a business. By definition, business is the act of getting customers and keeping customers. That's all. Business is not the act of making profit by buying and selling. No. Business is the what? Act of getting customers and keeping customers. If you can get customers and keep customers, you will be rich forever. If you can continue to get customers and you can continue to keep them, they'll continue to give you money. That is business. So, the framework I'm going to share is the framework that will bring you customers, the framework that has brought me customers every time. So, I discovered that if I need 10 people to patronize me this month, I need to talk to 10 times 100 people, which means I need to talk to 1,000 people. That's the framework. If I need 10 customers, I need to talk to 1,000 people so that they will know about what I am doing and they will patronize me. So if I need to earn 1.2 million naira monthly, for example, all I need to do is to sell my website project to 10 people, right? But for me to sell it to 10 people, I need to talk to 1,000 people. Do we get me at all? Do we get me at all? If I need to get 10 people into my business, I need to talk to 1,000 people. If I don't talk to 1,000 people, I should not expect to get 10 people. Is 1,000 people so big, right? But it's very easy on the internet. It's very, very easy on the internet. With one Facebook ad of 300 naira per day, you can reach 1,000 people. I'm telling you, they'll be the one chasing you. It's very, very easy. And I'm going to show us. It's very, very easy. So all you need to do is set up a system that brings you customers consistently. Remember at the beginning of the class, I said this class is for you if you have a product or a service to sell. Right? Remember, it's not just about digital marketing. If you have a product or a service that you already have, you are already a dry cleaner. Nobody knows you in the whole of this Jikoi. The population of Jikoi and this environment is over 1 million people. If you are a dry cleaner, if you have 1,000 customers in a month, you are made. If you have 1,000 people paying you 5,000 naira every month, how much is that? How much is that? 5 million. You have 1 million people in Jikoi. Can't you get 5,000 of them, 1,000 of them to register in your business so that they'll be paying you 5,000 every month for you to do their laundry? I've just given out a business idea. So it's not just building websites alone. It's for everything. The internet is a leveler. So you can have a laundry. You can have. There's a lady friend of mine. She says Zobo, and she teaches people how to make Zobo. You've seen her on Facebook, on Instagram. This year alone, from training people how to make Zobo, this year alone, she has made over 10 million naira. She has done only two trainings. She charges 21,260 naira to train people how to do Zobo. Is it a surprise? Are you surprised? To teach people on Zoom, not physical class. She will teach people how to do Zobo. She charges 21,200. But it's not a regular Zobo. It's just Zobo. Do you understand? It's not a regular Zobo. She had to learn, okay, this is how to do Zobo. This is the regular Zobo. How can I make my own Zobo different? So she took time to get that formula, to make that special Zobo. And then she started teaching people how to make Zobo and how to do the business of Zobo. Our students will tell you that if you go to our Facebook page, you see testimonials. Our students will tell you that after I went to our class, the next 2 weeks, somebody ordered Zobo of 500,000. Can you ever believe that people order Zobo of 500,000? Yes, they do that in Nigeria. People order Zobo of 500k, people order Zobo of 2 million naira. Yes, they don't call it Zobo anymore. They call it what? God bless you, man. Please give a round of applause for mommy here. They call it Chapman. They don't call it Zobo. They don't call it Zobo. They call it Chapman. By the time they put line, put all these things, it becomes something different. And these are things that you can buy for less than 100 naira. So, but you need to understand the framework. You need to understand the skill sets. You need to understand the mindset. Without those things, you will be selling Zobo. You are selling Zobo, somebody else is selling Chapman. It's the same market you go to buy the same raw materials. But she's calling it Chapman and selling one cup for 1,000. And you are selling with your own one bottle for 100 naira. Do you understand my point? So, I told myself, look, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to earn a million naira money? That was the question I asked myself back then. If I want to earn a million naira, since I can earn 120,000 naira for one customer, what if I get 10 customers? And then I started dreaming, okay, if I get 10 customers this month, that's 1 million. What if I get 10 customers next month? What if I get 10 customers next month? What if I get 10 customers every month of the year for 1 year? That means 10 times 12 is what? Is what? 120. So if I get 120 customers every year, I can earn 1 million naira every month. That's the framework. The framework is that I must get 10 customers every month. But look at the advantage of the website business here. The website business is like rent. You know, if you build a house, you build the house once. Abi? You have worked once to build the house. It's once you build the house now. You're not building it twice. So if you put it out for rent, every year you just go there to do what? To collect rent. Every year you go there to what? Every year you go there to what? That's how it works in the digital space. If you build a website, if I build a website for you now, and you're a business person, there's a framework for that, which means I always look out for people who can pay. I always look out for people who are into business. I always look out for people who have something to run, as in an organization, a church, a mosque, an NGO, a business, somebody who is seriously doing business. Do you understand? Because I know that next year, he will not want to take his website down. He will renew. Pastor. Pastor is laughing because Pastor is one of my customers. Every year, Pastor knows how much he used to pay me. It's funny, right? One skill. We built the website some years ago, but every year, Pastor must renew. That's a church. How many churches are around you that don't have websites? How many churches are around you that don't have Facebook business pages? How many churches are around you that don't have virtual managers? I'm going to get to that point. Please move to the next slide. So, this framework for me was that that's why I said earlier, I said if you focus the next 1 year and say, I will build 10 websites per month for the next 1 year, that is, your goal is that, so that 1 year later, you will start earning residual income. You will start collecting rent. That is your own digital real estate. It doesn't have to be physical. Your real estate, your house doesn't have to be physical. You can build it online and be collecting rent. And I'll tell you. Please move to the next slide. So look at the framework. Look at it. January. I need to talk to 1,000 people. Can you see the first column after January? Marketing. I need to talk to 1,000 people. So I can get 10 projects, 10 jobs. So I can earn what? How much? How much? Are we here? Do you want to earn $1 million monthly? Please pay attention. Pay attention. I charge a lot to train this class. I'm telling you. Yes. So pay attention. Pay attention. Your life can be transformed from what you're learning here. What Pastor is putting together is a very, very big vision, and I'm keen into that vision. Pay attention. So, January, 1,000, I talk to 1,000 people. I get 10 customers. I earn $1 million. I repeat the same thing in February, March. The next slide, please. April, May, June. The next slide. July, August, September, October, November, December. By the end of the year, that means 120 website projects in your first year. 120, right? They paid you 100K. I'm assuming that your baseline charge is 100K. There are people who charge 100K for a 5-page website. There are people who charge 200K. There are people who charge 500K. Depends. It depends on how you can negotiate. For starters, maybe you will charge 50K, 60K. It depends on how you can negotiate. It depends on the client you are seeing. A lot of times I size up my clients too. Once I see a client, I know, okay, I don't charge this person 200K. The person will think you don't know what you are doing. Emmanuel, remember, the iNaira project, I wasn't the one that got it directly. The iNaira project was 32 million. One website. It wasn't my direct project. I didn't get 32 million from it, but I know how much I got. Are you getting my point? That's a website. Why? It was the CBN. You want to go and tell CBN that you want to build a website for 500K. They will think that you don't know what you are talking. Please just leave here. Do you understand? So you have to call like 200 million and you have to tell them, give them expensive software that you are going to add to it. And then they'll say, okay, that's true. You are the one that knows that at the end of the day, maybe what you will spend is $500, $1,000 to build it. Do you understand my point? They will negotiate, but they'll pay. There are people who are willing to pay you your worth. But the question is, are you worthy of that money? There are people, you can write it down. There are people who are ready to pay you your worth. But are you worth that money? That's the question. Have you developed yourself to be worth that money? So, 10 clients every month. Ask yourself, in my business, how many clients do I bring in every month? Or you just sit down and say, God, give me customers. God, give me customers. You fast and pray. What do you do? How do you go about your marketing to ensure that you have 10 clients coming in every month? I have a mentor. He was here in Abuja last month to launch a real estate project. He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire in real estate. His name is Tade Cash. Maybe you can check him on Facebook. Some people have been in my class that I invited Tade Cash. Anybody here? Michael, were you in that class? Huh? You were in that class, right? Good. Tade Cash. Tade Cash is a billionaire. He became a billionaire at 28. He made his first $1 million when he was 27. $1 million selling real estate. This same real estate that we are talking about. He had a framework and he said, look, I must make this $1 million or I die. That was his decision. If I don't make it in the next 6 months, I'm going to die. Not that I'm going to kill myself. But the moment you begin to commit yourself, the moment you get to that point of commitment, heavens will open up. The problem is most of us are not committed to our targets. So, Tadekas was sharing, okay. I was going to share something, okay, I remember. Okay, so, you may think that building a website is something very technical, something very difficult, something very extraordinary. You are wrong. You just need a content management system. If I begin to show you what the content management system is and how it functions, you'll be so shocked that, so this thing has been there, and I didn't know. I remember when he joined us, Emmanuel, and I was showing him how to build a website. He was like, you don't mean it. So this thing has been right in my face, and I didn't know it all this while. Well, it's like that, it happens. That's why you need a mentor to guide you. So, I have over 2,000 world-class templates. If I need to build a website today, maybe I need to build a website for a church. I'll just pick one of the templates and just edit, amend. That's all. If I need to build a website for an NGO, I'll just pick one of the templates, edit, amend. You can all do the same thing. Mommy, even at 60, you can do the same thing. Yes, you can do the same thing. Now, why should you do it? Please move to the next slide. But even get sweeter. You buy a domain, you buy hosting. I'm going technical a little now. You pay for 1 year. Next year, all you need to do is just renew it, and charge your customer. Please move. So it's like, I've explained this already. It's like collecting annual rent, which means that if I build these websites this year, 2023, by next year, January, the 10 websites I built in, okay, let's look at it. 2022 January, I built 10 websites, right? By 2023 January, those 10 websites, they want to renew their payments. They pay me 100K each. Am I going to build the website again? Am I building it afresh? All I need to do is just take part of that money, pay for their hosting and that, and the rest money comes what? To my pocket. Rent. If you build your house next year, maybe do you need to build it again? Maybe when you collect your rent, you just patch the socket that is not working. Did you understand? That's what I'm trying to explain. So if you do that every month going forward, imagine you start next month and you do that for the next 1 year. You can retire in peace. When my mom retired in 2016, they paid her, she's late now, they paid her gratuity. They took 2 years before they paid it. Pension, is it what they call that lump sum? The total package, 35 years, 4.9 million. 4.9 million. I say, so this is the money you work for 35 years. How much is my rent? So if I take this money now and pay my rent from it, you can't pay my rent 2 years. So the money you work for 35 years, the thing you waited for, now you have high blood pressure, you have, she was sick before she died. So with all this disease and all of that, for 35 years, is it really worth it? Our pension per month now is 40 something thousand thereabouts, 40 something thousand. But if I build one website, I can earn a pension multiple times over. So if you are planning to retire, it's going to be tougher out there because the life has changed. Artificial intelligence has come in. How many of us have heard of AI? Artificial intelligence. We're in the age of artificial intelligence now. So if you don't grab digital skills now, you are going to be lost. That's the reality. Artificial intelligence is coming over to take your job, whether you like it or not. So what I'm saying may not make meaning to you, but when it starts pinching you in your pockets, you start realizing it. But the advantage you have now is that you live in a third world country. What am I saying is an advantage? If I live in the US and I want to build a website, and I'm a website developer, for example, I'll be charging $5,000, $10,000. But because I live, so the people in the US are looking for cheaper labor, people that will do it for them cheaper. So instead of them to pay a developer in the US $5,000, they are looking for a Nigerian that they can pay $1,000 to that will do the same job. And $1,000 will make a whole lot of difference to you, isn't it? Now, I've talked about 10 websites per month. Imagine your charge is not 10, it's not 100,000. Imagine you are charging 200K. Imagine you are charging 500K. Depending on your circle of influence, depending on your expertise, depending on how on your marketing, the better you become, the more you charge. There are doctors that when people first become medical doctors, they don't charge very big amounts now. But when they have spent 30 years, 20 years in the profession, they'll charge you. If you want to go to Cedar Crest, their form, Cedar Crest, their form alone is 100,000. When my mom was in the hospital to consult with the doctor, it was 25K. One consultation is 25K. So she spent it. Pastor really helped that time too. She was in hospital for a long time. Every day, oxygen. This oxygen we are breathing in for free was 48,000 every day. 2,000 naira per hour. So the hospital said we should be paying 45,000 per day. So if you stay in the hospital for 1 month, you're on oxygen, you understand the value of God. You understand the place of God and the role of doctors. And when the doctor says, before I attend to you, because he's a neurosurgeon, he's a brain surgeon, before I attend to you, each attendance is 25K. So, but you can go to any other doctor and they pay you 2,000 naira. What am I saying? Develop yourself and then you can be paid the amount you are worth. Next slide. So, in year 120 websites, right? So, which means that year 1, if I earn 1 million naira monthly, by the end of year 1, I'm earning 12 million. Yeah, Abi? So, year 2, how much am I earning? 12 million. Year 3, how much am I earning? Year 4, how much am I earning? So I continue to earn that money every year as those people continue to renew. So what I can do is I can program that, okay, next year I want to earn 1 million every month. So what do I do now? I sow the seed, I build the digital real estate, and I continue to follow them up. But I choose my customers. I don't just take every Tom, Dick, and Harry. I look at, will this person's business be sustainable? Is this person's business model sustainable so that I know that he can pay me next year? Do you understand? It's not difficult. It's a framework. Questions and answers. Based on what you have seen so far, can you implement this into your business? Can you implement this into your business? Yes, you can. Let's move on to the next slide. So, as in every other business, you have running costs. You have customers that will go away. You have customers that will not renew. You have customers that will go out of business. So all you need to do is, I had 10 customers in January. 2 of them are no longer in business. I need to add 2 more. Right? You could go hunting again and add 2 more. And your own may be that I don't even want to do 10 websites in a month. I want to do only 5. It's your choice. I want to earn 500K. I want to do 20. It's your choice. Whatever it is, it's your framework. Understanding the framework helps you know how to set your target. So move to the next slide. So it took me a few years, many years, to get to that framework. This thing I just shared with you. I didn't arrive at it in one day. So this is just a framework. You can plug in your own numbers based on what you are comfortable with. You can charge 50K. You can charge 200K. You can charge 500K based on what you are comfortable with and based on the scope of work. An e-commerce website now, like Jumia, you can't tell me to charge you 1 million. I'll charge you far ahead of that because of the magnitude of what you are building. Do you understand? And you can build it. I'm telling you, you can build it. So even if it's 4 projects of 100K, that is, I build one website in a week. Let's assume that I only want to build 4 websites in a month. 4 projects, and I charge 100K. 1 website per week. I can finish that website in 1 day, and the rest of the week I'm sleeping. Imagine earning 100K every week, 400K per month, and you can sit down in your village and build the websites. You don't need to be in town. You don't need to be anywhere. You are mobile because the internet is mobile. So move. So, as of 2021, in the US alone, please go back to last month. In the US, they paid 41 billion to website developers, website designers, people who design websites. In the US alone, $41 billion. That's more than Nigeria's budget for like 3 years. Do you understand that you can have customers? And because of COVID-19 now, the market is huge. The market is big. According to Smith and SME, there are over 40 million businesses in Nigeria. 40 million businesses. These businesses, they need customers. Some of them will need websites. Some of them need to be able to sell online. This minute will not be enough. So the market is huge. The market is big. Please, the next slide. So in the digital marketing space, you are not limited to websites. You know, I've been talking about website. I was just using website as an example. You can do web development. You can do graphics and videos. Those graphics that people design, those graphics, they go to computer center to design graphics. There are people who charge 2,000 naira to design graphics. And there are people who charge 18 million to design graphics. You are aware? There are people who charge 18 million to design graphics. My friend Abubakar, he was the one that branded this bank. What was the bank again? Infracorp. Infracorp is a new bank by the CBN. Then he branded Titan. How many of us know Titan Trust Bank? Particular bank. 18 million to design their logo. That logo that you can just go to a business center. That's why I said, who is your customer? He charged 18 million to design their logo. The same thing that anybody can enter in. But who is your customer? There's a framework for it, and you can learn it. Tonight is about the mindset of what is possible. Next week will be about how do I now do these things? How do I physically do it? Then I'll give you assignments that you take into the market, and then you can start earning income. Let's move very fast. There are so many things you can do. You can run Facebook ads. You can become a virtual manager. You can create courses, lead generation, WhatsApp marketing. There are people who make money using WhatsApp alone. Now, I'm showing you this so that you can know that you can earn money globally. There's a site called Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com. You can write it down and check it later. You can open an account on Fiverr.com for free. Fiverr.com. You can open a free account on Fiverr.com. As long as you have the skills, there are people globally. People go to Fiverr.com to post, I want a website designer. I want this. There are millions of jobs there. You can never lack jobs. So you have the skill, go there, you can sit in your room. They don't care where you are coming from. They will pay you to do the job. Now go back please. I want to just show you how much people earn on Fiverr for building websites. This guy charges $200 to build one website. $200 in Naira is how much? It's $140, $140,000, right? This guy charges $420 to build website design. Can you see it? $420. That guy, $1,500 to build one website. Fiverr.com. Next slide. That guy charges $490. That person charges $2,015 to build websites. This same website we're talking about, $2,000 is how much? We're talking about 1.4 million. Now, it goes on and on and on. You can keep moving. So you can build sales systems to sell people's products as an affiliate marketer. How many of us have heard of affiliate marketing? You don't need to own the product. For example, imagine me now, I'm building a website, and I'll say, look, I'm charging 500K to build this type of website. If you bring me one customer, I give you 100K. That is affiliate marketing. So your own, you don't even need to know the skill. You don't even need to learn it. Just bring me, the more customers you bring, the more money you can earn. Igbo people do this a lot in any market. You see an Igbo man, if you go to Alaba, I lived in Lagos for 28 years. If you live in Lagos and you have gone to any market, even in Abuja, no matter what you want to buy, the Igbo man has it. If you say, I want to buy, I say, no, I don't have it in this shop. I have it in the other shop. So what does he do? He's an affiliate marketer. He connects you to the person that has the product and he earns income. Some of them take home 10K every day, every blessed day. That's 300K per month. Something that bankers don't take home just by connecting somebody that has a product to sell to the buyer. So if you find somebody who has the skill, if you bring me jobs now, I mean, who says no to business? Nobody says no to business. You bring me a job now, I'll take it. You take your share. You are happy, I'm happy. Simple. Do you understand? It's affiliate marketing. So what we are talking about, the skill we are talking about, is available and anybody can do it. Please move. Move. How many of us maybe on Facebook, social media. Now she posted that she needs somebody to help her manage her WhatsApp. Manage her WhatsApp. That is, if customer chats you up, just she already has a template. Don't write your own thing there. If the customer says what is, just copy this message and post back to the customer. If the customer says what is, just post it. Do you know? I posted the job. Yes, we have a private WhatsApp group. I posted the job when she said she needed somebody. I posted the job, but he was supposed to get the job, but he's based in Abuja. She wanted somebody that is based in Lagos. But eventually, the person that got the job is based in Port Harcourt. The girl that got the job is based in Port Harcourt. Her salary per month, move on, is 150K per month. Just to what? Copy message on WhatsApp and send 150K. And guess what? Niger Brand Chick is not the only person that girl is working for. She has over 10 people that she works for. WhatsApp, 150K per month, times 10 is how much per month, please? Is how much? 1.5 million naira per month. Just doing, they call it virtual manager. Let me manage your WhatsApp for you, your business WhatsApp. That's all. So there is a lot you can do in the digital space. That's skills that we have as youths. But there are two things you need to do. You need to close the knowledge gap, which means this is what I know. This is what I know. I don't know anything about digital marketing. I want to know something about digital marketing. I need to close the gap. And then number two, you need to close the discipline gap. The word discipline is not a punishment. Discipline simply means you are a disciple of something different, of a new set of habits, a new way of life. Close the discipline gap. Most of us go to Facebook and just scroll through Facebook. 99% of people on Facebook are the consumers. 1% are those who earn income. 99% go to Facebook to consume content. 1% go there to create the content that you are consuming. And those who are creating the content are getting paid. Do you know that Facebook now pays people? How many of us are aware? They call it the Facebook monetization policy. Once you have 5,000 followers on Facebook now, it used to be 10,000 followers before. Once you have 5,000 followers and you are creating videos and people are watching your videos and people have watched your videos for a certain amount of period, 2 months, you are qualified for Facebook to pay you. I'm telling you, so simple. That's why you see Shaggy, Macaroni, all these. Can you see now, during this election, you see a lot of people creating videos. They say, it don't happen. See waiting to Tinubu talk. See waiting this person. How many of us have watched those videos? They are entertaining you, right? They are making money. They are not entertaining you. Because when they post that good video on Facebook and they get 1,000 people to see that video, you have kept 1,000 people on Facebook. Facebook is going to pay them. For every 1,000 views, Facebook pays you $10. If you get 1 million views, $1,000. So imagine $1,000 every month for being on Facebook. So I also round up. Let me just round up. 5 minutes. Please, 5 minutes. No, sir. Let me just. Okay, sir. Okay. Okay. Let's take some questions. Full time. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. All right, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So if you have any questions so far, I think I've been talking a lot. If you have any questions so far, please ask your question. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. I mean, somebody will have look. It's better to look stupid for 5 minutes, stupid question, than to remain stupid forever. Asking the question and getting the right answer. So there's no stupid question. Ask whatever question you have, please. If you have any question, any question. Okay, mommy has a question. Mommy.
You know,
Yes.
being thank you for what you're saying. My question goes like this: like someone doesn't have idea, any idea of computer. How can you go about this?
Okay. Fantastic question. Any other question? Okay, let me answer a question first before somebody else asks the question. If you don't have knowledge about computer, do you have knowledge about phone? Yes. You can use a phone, I mean a modern phone, an Android phone. You can go about it. Now the point is this: the difference may be you will choose the skill that is easier for you to learn or faster for you to learn because it's success that breeds success. If you are successful at one of the skills, the easiest one, you can move to the next one and move to the next one. If you are not, if you can't use the computer at all, I mean, I don't expect you to go into website development. It's not difficult. You can learn it, but of course, you first need to learn how to basically use a computer. I mean, basic things on a computer. So, but then, if you can't do a website design, there are things you can do. You can learn Facebook ads. Maybe you can scroll. Yes. You can type on WhatsApp. Yes. You can download videos. There are a lot of other things you can do. So it mustn't necessarily be website design alone. So if you don't have computer, the ability to use computers, and you don't want to learn it for now, you can do other things. There are a lot. I wrote about 12 of them there that you can practice, that you can get into, and you can use the same framework I mentioned earlier, to achieve your goals. Just like I said, the virtual manager, the lady who manages our Niger branch. Sir? Okay, please. Just like I said earlier, Niger branch chick, the lady who works for her, she works for, because of Niger branch chick, so many other people employ that girl. She works for over 10 people right now. I don't even know how many people. Okay, so you can see, there's web development, website development. That's the only one I've been hammering on. But there's media and graphics design. Mommy may not be able to do that. Maybe if she, or any other person who is not used to computers may not be able to do that. But you can be a Facebook ads, Google ads. You can do Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram ads, Twitter ads. These ones don't require computer knowledge. They just require the knowledge of it to know the right button to press. Just like you know the right button to press on your WhatsApp. You know the right button to press to check your message. You know the right button to press to send a message to somebody. If you know the right button to press on Facebook Ads Manager, you can set up ads for anybody, anywhere in the world, and charge them for setting up Facebook ads for them. If you go to fiverr.com, that website I mentioned earlier on, you see a lot of jobs, people who want people to run ads for them. So you don't need computer knowledge for that. Can you press phone? English. You can run Facebook ads. You can copywriting. You don't need go back copywriting. For copywriting, go back. Copywriting, you don't need computer knowledge, but you need the knowledge of English. Copywriting is basically how to sell with words. That's the bottom line. How to sell using words. It's not like having sweet mouth. There's a framework for it. If you understand the process, it becomes easy to sell. You can sell anything. How does the Igbo man, you go to his shop, you want to buy t-shirts. It's only t-shirts you plan to buy. But the moment you buy the t-shirt, you will not say, Kai, okay, wear these jeans first. You say, I'm not buying. You say, wear it first. When you wear, you say, this will not match you like this. Okay, this jeans is 10,000. But if because you are buying this shirt, I'm going to give you these jeans at 7,000. You begin to calculate. Hey, what has he done? He has done copywriting on you. He has made you an offer, because an offer is part of copywriting. By telling you that the jeans is 7,000 instead of 10,000, that's an offer. He has applied to your emotions. He's now playing on your emotions. By making you wear it, you have felt the product. You have experienced the product. You will not want to leave it. Before you will know, you go and buy it. He can even tell you, maybe it's shoe. He will say, okay, this shoe, the cost is 10,000. You say, but it's only 5,000. Deposit 5,000. Take one leg. Will you be wearing one leg of shoe? You will come back and buy the second leg of the shoe now. He knows that you must come back. That's copywriting. So you don't need knowledge of computers to do that. You just need to know how it works, the framework by which it works. The next one, virtual manager, which is what I just explained concerning that girl that works in Niger Brand Chic. Content marketing. You don't need computer knowledge to do content marketing. What is content marketing? Each time you go on Facebook and see somebody talking about, how many of us have watched these videos that they show an house help beating a child, and the owner of the house puts camera to watch what was happening and watch it. You go there, you say, this world is wicked. Hey, people are wicked. You go there, you see 1 million comments, 500,000. Do you know what that person has done? That's content marketing. But do you know the content? Somebody, after gathering all of you, they have gathered your attention. They will now tell you, you see that camera that is in that woman's house is 5,000. Buy it and put it in your house too. Because you have watched that thing that has happened. You have kids that are at home. You have somebody that is always stealing your pot of soup. You buy the camera. So that's content marketing. They have used content to make you buy something that they want you to buy. Do you understand? It can be learned. You don't need knowledge of computer to do content marketing. You don't need knowledge of computer to do email marketing. You don't need knowledge of computer to do WhatsApp marketing. There's a whole lot. And the good news is that there are 20 people last time I was here that signed up for the online school. We started already. We're starting the next class tomorrow. Okay, let's move forward. So basically, did that answer your question, man? Did that answer your question, man? Okay. Any other question? Okay. Good evening.
You talk about the different skills that you can learn. What about how do you get clients?
How do you get
The marketing strategy for
Awesome. Good question. I will explain. Any other question? So I can take the questions once and for all. Somebody here. That's right.
Thank you for this opportunity. Now there is this question I'm looking for answers for long, but I've been watching such people because they ask for money. Now I believe the church I'm playing now can ask this question. Everybody asks for boosting computers. Actually, I'm not talking about very. So before now, we do use MasterCard and Visa card to run art. But due to CPF policy now, it is you must have a dollar account. Now, is there any way to boost an ad on Facebook without using the dollar account?
Okay. Is that your question? That's one very simple answer. You know the answer now. Well, the point is this. That's why I said Nigerians are very strong people. If you like, push us to the wall. If we can't fight you back, we'll make hole inside the wall. If you do the hole, we'll pass the fence. We'll find our way. Now, when CBI came up with these policies, we were all affected. So what did we do? There's a bank in Nigeria called Providence Bank. How many of us have heard of Providence Bank? Yeah, Providence Bank. Yes, sir. This is the ATM card. They only have one branch in Abuja. It's at Wuse 2, Providence Bank. Now, Providence Bank, even though CBN has banned all banks, that you can't use their MasterCard, Visa card online, you can use the ATM card of Providence Bank to do it online. The only difference is that they will charge you the black market rate of dollar. So if you want to pay $10, if you are normally if you are supposed to pay $10 with your MasterCard before, it's going to be about 4-5, right? But if you want to pay with those ATM cards, they are charging you 7,700, which is black market rate. The thing is this: since it's somebody you are running the app for somebody, but you transfer the rest. It's not your fault. So, but if you want to add account, you use a Naira Facebook account so that you can pay in Naira. It's cheaper for you than paying in dollars. So, but these things are learnable. But don't boost the post. It doesn't really work. Run the ad. Don't boost the post. Any other question? Yes, you asked the question. Okay, what's the marketing strategy to get 100 people, 1,000 people, right? Okay, now look at it. There are Facebook ads. You see this ad that they will say, ending soon. No longer $100, $20. Limited time only. They are making you an offer. That's an offer, right? That buy it now. If you buy it today, this thing is cheaper. If you want to grow in business, you have to do marketing. If you are not doing marketing, you are not in business. If you are not willing to spend money on adverts, you are not in business. There's no point being in business. So for you to grow in business, like in the 21st century, like I always say, if you don't know how to run Facebook ads, you can't run Twitter ads, you can't run Google ads, you can't run Instagram ads. There's no point being in business. There's no point. Because if you want to advertise at AIT, I remember the last time, that was like 2013, 2014. 1 minute advert on AIT, peak period, that is between 7 in the night and 10 in the night, is 120,000 per minute. Now, they will tell you to pay for 1 year. You're not going to pay 1 minute, you are going to pay for 1 year. That's, you're talking of, you're going to pay maybe 65 million, 70 million. Do you have that? No. So the best thing is, if you put 120,000 naira to run Facebook ads, you will run from customers.
Some of these things you are saying, like the Facebook and Instagram, some of them don't even have Facebook account, Instagram account. I don't know how to create and pay for the ad.
Okay.
The ad is not about this advert.
Okay.
They don't know. They have content, but they don't know how to create it.
Okay.
They don't know how to advertise it and pay for it.
Okay.
So next week or next month, we'll have a practical demonstration.
Yeah.
Oh, you are a tailor, you are a fashion designer, you sew a cloth. You want 1 million people, for example, to have access. This is what you do. Create your Facebook page.
Of course.
Put it there. Make it like this. And then 1 million people, depending on your requirement, will have access to it and connect you. It is that technicality that is, because many of them are not know how to do. So I believe that by next, just like John asked, that is a content creator. He wants to be policy and change. But because you are getting ready to be an asset. So there are people who know they want to do something, but they don't want to practical step. They want to generate this money. They want to pay for the art. Maybe they are even chefs. They have a special area. They want to go around. Maybe these people that do box, deliver or sell this thing. How do they do this?
Yeah. Yeah. Scam. Yeah.
So I believe by next week,
Thank you, sir. So let me just say something concerning what you said, sir. Like I said earlier at the beginning of the class, I said this is mindset, right? The first phase, and then the next class is going to be the skill what set. So everything that he has just said, the essence of this class is for us to know what is possible, for us to be able to know. I believe I've been able to do that. But sir, let me just round up by saying something, sir. I want them to get this before they go home. Please go to the part on goal. We have heard of the word goal. At the beginning of the every year, all of us set goals, right? Right? We set goals, right? Goal setting. We have heard of the word goal setting, goal setting, goal setting. Before I run in just 2 minutes, sir, I want us to have a different perspective of the word goal setting. So that, going forward, you can be able to see yourself differently, apply yourself differently. Actually, the word goal, goal is not, I want to go to Wuse. That is not your goal. I want to become, I want to make $1 million. That's not your goal. Unfortunately, most of us, when we are setting goals, we say, my goal is to make $1 million monthly. That is not your goal. That is the reason why you are not achieving it. That is not a goal. I want to make $1 million monthly is a target. It's not a goal. So what is a goal? A goal has to do with the thought process and the things I need to think about and the skills I need to learn to be able to achieve that thing that is my target. If my target is to free my people of tuberculosis, for example, maybe in my village, they are suffering from tuberculosis, and this tuberculosis maybe is what killed my great-grandfather, and I want my village to be free of tuberculosis. My target is to make my village free of tuberculosis. That is not my goal. So what is my goal? My goal may be to become a medical doctor so I can have the resources, the energy, the competence to free my people of what? Tuberculosis. The goal is who you become. It's not what you're there's a difference between target and goal. I'm just rounding it up, putting it up in short form. The whole slide is there. There's a difference between target and goal. So your target is, I want to make $1 million monthly. But who do I need to become? That is your goal. That is what you will work on. Until you become that person that can earn $1 million monthly, you can't achieve the targets. So who do I need to become? Maybe a web developer. Who do I need to become? Maybe a Facebook ad manager. Who do I need to become? Maybe a virtual manager. That is the goal. So once you understand the goal, the target becomes easier. So I round up by saying thank you all for having me tonight. I want to make a suggestion. Do we have a WhatsApp group? We have a WhatsApp group. Everybody here. Huh? Okay, Telegram group. Your Telegram group is fantastic, but there's more business on WhatsApp than on Telegram. So I want to suggest everybody who attended this class, please create a WhatsApp group for everybody here, and then add me to the group. We can ask questions, rub minds, we can learn a lot from ourselves. Yeah. A WhatsApp. Yeah. This class is about.
So before you go now, because there are questions you will ask, you will not be having this lecture every day. By the time you go and practicalize, you will not be so problem.
Yeah.
Somebody who has succeeded in doing that.
WhatsApp phone number. Telegram.
I don't know, WhatsApp, they have
No, WhatsApp is 1,000 plus. Yeah. Yes. WhatsApp is 1,000 plus now. I have WhatsApp groups that are more than 1,000. So everybody here, we are not up to 1,000. So we can all be in another WhatsApp group. So your attendance, just write it there. And they should write their WhatsApp phone number.
I learned there was a registration process. So if you are not fully registered and you and your WhatsApp number, please do an application. You want to offer you time and get help. And there are also some things that
Yes.
things we are talking about as a university,
Yeah.
So there will be online interactions. Somebody sent me a reaction, it's or it's not, you get better. So please go here, because I'm going to become 18 and this one is the WhatsApp number of 18 Telegram WhatsApp. And also, go further than telling us, go to Facebook, you don't have a Facebook account in this and search for youth success plan and send friendship request. Youth success plan.
Say fresh for follow. Yeah, follow.
Youth success plan. Someone who is very despite all the issues you are still opportunity to succeed in life is marriage. You will have everything that it takes for somebody who is applying is possible. That the people of you, all the people of you are saying, that is what this church wants to do. This is what we are doing. There is a cost. So I want to do this. I want to pray for you. As we are talking about others that can display and making videos that issue facts of our lives. We should also say, oh, second unit, the people should be able to say, I went to DHCC, I used to children. Look at 1 2 facts that are 50 and now. Look at all they are making. People who can relate to and believe what because there is life, not like what we can bring up in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Now let's turn to the most next week or next month. Raise your hand. Stand up for the camera. You want concentration next week, just stand to the next.
Yes, for next week, it's fine.
So next week we are going to start 4.
Yes. Yes.
We are going to start 4. Next week there will be no plenty worship. We are coming for skill and future. So 4, if you are not here, you may just find out that they will see other aspects to you and you don't pass it. So next week 4, that will be before that time we set up. Sure. We are very grateful.
Thank you, sir.
There is water for you. Let's appreciate one thing that attracts sex to me is venturing spirit, the spirit of adventure, the spirit they will to venture into uncharted territory, uncharted water. One day he walked into my office and said he wants to break a Guinness World Record by creating the world's largest book. I don't know how far that project is. He's still on.
No, we've done it.
Yeah?
We've done it.
You've done it.
Yes.
World largest book.
12,000 pages.
12,000 pages. And he was running around us. So, I saw it online when he was being honored by Rotary.
Yeah.
So, and he was much younger than this. So he challenged me about that this man wants to make it. And any time a youth wants to make it in life and he has that drive, he has that zeal, he's attracted to it. I can do anything within my power to make sure that person is encouraged. What he's teaching us today, we cannot even pay anything. Even though we give him something, it's not up to what he's supposed to charge. But based on the relationship we have, the website we have today is the one that designed it about 3 years ago. So cool down and learn something. My immediate elder brother, his first son is in university. One day he called me and said, that boy now he dey take care of his other younger ones in the same university. Even though the father has money to take care of them. I said, how? He said, he specializes in creating graphics, online graphics and content. So people patronize him all over Nigeria. I want to do this, I want to do that. Companies, he specializes in graphics. And he said he left it in the school there. Graphic designs. That is just his content. And he's making so much money, paying his own school fees, and paying the younger brothers and sisters school fees. Just graphics. So imagine that guy now graduates from school and have enough money to expand that money. Maybe he's working in CBN and also doing that business. You find out that he is 10 times better than his colleagues who are just depending on salary because he has something else that will earn millions in his house.